Now, join us on the program. Very pleased to have with us the Chancellor at Liberty University, Mr. Jerry Falwell Jr. Reverend, thank you so much for your time, sir.
Thank you, Cam. I'm not a reverend, though. I'm an attorney by trade, but I'm president of Liberty University.
Well, thank you again for joining us, sir. And I understand this is not the first time that you and I have talked about Campus Carry there at Liberty University, but you all are making some changes to expand Campus Carry, I understand.
That's correct. You know, we're only about an hour and a half from Virginia Tech, and so our board, a few years ago after that tragedy, started discussing it, and the general consensus was that it was a real shame that somebody in that building on Virginia Tech's campus, somebody responsible, didn't have a firearm because the campus policy was no guns, like most colleges were in those days. And we just decided that we didn't want to put Liberty University in that same predicament. We wanted our students to be safe, and we want responsible folks to have the freedom to carry concealed weapons. So they made the decision a couple of years ago, but they still didn't allow students to carry in certain buildings. But just last month we changed that policy so that students can carry in any facilities except for dormitories. So it's, I think, a good move, and I think, you know, we're not the only ones. There's lots of colleges across the country now that are waking up and realizing that there's no reason to have a different standard on a college campus than you have across the street at the shopping mall. So it's, I think we found about 200 colleges that had liberalized their policies in recent months, and so we're the largest one now, I think, to follow suit.
Wow. I confess I hadn't even seen that, Mr. Falwell. The number of these schools that have relaxed this. That's great to hear because, you know, again, as you point out, the policy that you've had in place that you're now expanding on, there have not been any problems. As a matter of fact, you know, the right to carry holders on your campus have proven themselves to be just as law-abiding on campus as they are off campus, right?
Of course. And these are 21-year-olds or older. In Virginia, that's how old you have to be to get a permit, and they have to pass background checks. And these are responsible citizens who, as soon as they leave campus, they've always been allowed to carry. But it just makes no sense. And I guess Liberty just went along with what other colleges did years ago without thinking about it. And but these tragedies at different schools thankfully woke our board up, and we decided to lead the way. You know, I don't know if it's 200, but there are dozens of schools. There's an organization that's been going across the country to different campuses, encouraging colleges to change their policies. And I can't think of the name of that organization. I think the initials are SCC, but I could be wrong.
Students for Concealed Carry on Campus. Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
So they did not lobby us. We made the change on our own, but their work at other colleges, most of them out west, I believe, has been laudable.
Well, absolutely. And listen, I know that the students and staff and parents of students there at Liberty University have got to be happy about this. What has been the reaction since the news of this policy change has come out?
I've received dozens of messages from students and faculty thanking us for making the change, and no complaints. It's common sense, really. You know, we're the largest Christian university in the world, largest university in Virginia, 7th largest of all universities in the nation now. With 82,000 online students, 13,000 students on campus, and with a group that large, you would think there'd be some complaints, but there were none. So we just it just shows you where the general public really is on this issue, and it's like I said, I just think it's common sense that you don't improve safety by taking handguns or weapons away from responsible citizens. It makes no sense what the president's trying to do, in my opinion.
Well, listen, that is a very common sentiment, I can tell you, across the state of Virginia. You are not alone in that, and I certainly do appreciate your time. And listen, I would love to have you back on again in a couple of months so we could update folks, let folks know how the rest of the semester went with this new policy in place.
All right. Thank you, Cam. Anytime you need me, I'm available.
Thank you so much, sir. Jerry Falwell Jr., the chancellor there at Liberty University.